good to see you.
What's up, Marjorie? All right.
Not much.
I am here with our own president of the Modesto Democrats, Marjorie Sturdy. And so, Marjorie, I think you know that the reason why we're here is that a New York Times article that came out on Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
And they gave you a little interview, a little shout out. And so
They did. Eli Tan reached out to me a couple months ago. Actually, he's working on this article for a while, and he just wanted to interview me about the militia incident in Oakdale.
I would say nice as in, cool that you got the opportunity, but not nice as why you were interviewed.
Yeah.
And so, how did they reach out to you? Like, did they just DM you on social media?
He did. He DM'd me on Insta or Facebook. I'm not sure which.
Oh, nice. And so, and then once you guys, so did you guys have to schedule a meeting like months in advance because of just scheduling?
No. Next week we can talk, or actually I think it was a couple of days. It was no big deal.
Nice.
Because clearly he was interviewing other people as well. So
true. Yeah, no, I read the article, and while it's definitely not about all of what we're probably going to talk about today, it definitely is a good article. It just in regards to social media, or not social media deserts, but news deserts.
News deserts. Mm-hmm.
I first learned about news deserts when I was listening to an audiobook of Bernie Sanders' book, It's Okay to Be Angry About Capitalism. And I didn't realize, that places like the Modesto Bee were affected by it, and places, a lot of rural communities especially had lost access to some of these major news sources, that were kind of a lifeline. And so now a lot of people have to go to their own, methods of research. And I think when you talk to a lot of people about why they voted Trump or why they voted red, it's a lot of them go under the guise of, I'm trying to do my own research. And so
so I think in response to that, what I would say is I would probably argue that complicated and long story short, news was deregulated in the 1980s under Ronald Reagan. And so news shows no longer had to be fact-based. Believe it or not, you could just start a news program and say whatever the hell you wanted to say and get away with it. And hence was born the idea by Rupert Murdoch to buy a a syndicate in America from England, which is something he was doing there already, and start his, not that he hadn't already done it, but not sure when he came to the U.S. and started managing Fox News, but yeah, like that's when that started. And so then we get Fox News, because guess what? All the other news stations are boring because they're sticking to the facts. And Fox News is getting salacious and getting more and more just kind of like exciting. And so it's drawing more people in. The facts didn't matter, but the opinions did. And so people started to resonate with that. And then as that grew from, oh, we're just going to say a couple of things that, are opinionated, to we're just going to out and out lie constantly based on what other people's opinions are, so that we can then, feed off of this fake news cycle that Trump started in 2015, 2016. And it's just gone off the rails. And so when that started in the early 2010s, that's when the internet was obviously clearly completely exploded by then, and people could access information to the infinite degree. So they decided to start doing their own research at that point in time. That's when newspapers went under, because people were not going to newspapers anymore. People were not going to these reputable news stations anymore, because these other things were more entertaining. They were drawing them out based on their opinions, based on that confirmation bias, which is just, I have an opinion and I need to confirm it with whatever information I can find to confirm it. It doesn't matter if it's factual or not. And so if I feel like my white supremacy is threatened, and I don't want to be called a racist, I'm going to say that these Mexicans are taking our jobs to secure my whiteness and my supremacy in that area. So, and that's just how that works. That's how they confirm their biases. They just find the news that fits.